Welcome, everybody. Just working on some new audio stuff, so if you can hear me, comment, let me know. I'm going to start at precisely at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central. And we got a hello from a Facebook user. Hello, Facebook user. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Nice and early, too. If you've got a request, you can throw a request into the chat as well. I'm happy to humor a request if I can play it. Spiritwood Wood, Stone, and Bone says, loud and clear. Awesome. Betty Ham says, groovy. Clear. Okay, good. Can't wait to win. Awesome. So I'm assuming there's some people from Oklahoma on here where we are currently hosting a contest for Oklahomies. But also, if you're just a normal Canadian or Michigander or anywhere in the North American area, this is for you. We're going to talk about how to build a bunkie tonight. And so it's relevant for everybody, actually. So whether or not you're eligible for the Oklahoma-only contest, that's a different story. But you're absolutely welcome to join us. And I'd love to find out, where are you and what type of weather you're currently getting. Alex Robbins says, can you play Peas and Carrots? Absolutely, buddy. I'm going to play Peas and Carrots right now. This is a song I wrote for my wife, my now wife. She's my not even my girlfriend at the time. But I won her over, and this is the song I played. Will you be my soap and I'll be your bubble? You give me love and I'll give you double. I can fly when I'm with you. I'll be your dope if you'll be my bubble. You give me love and I'll give you double. I can fly when I'm with you. Woo! I spent so much time to waiting for love. I just don't want to wait with you. Are the girl that I've been dreaming of. Pinch me, baby, cause I need to know it's true. Hey! Would you be my peas and I'll be your carrots? I'll buy you a ring if you promise to wear it. I can fly when I'm with you. Be the You be the I'll be the prince and you'll be the princess. Hold you going no longer recess. I can fly when I'm with you. Oh, I spent so much time to waiting for love. I just don't want to wait with you. You are the girl that I've been dreaming of. Pinch me, baby, cause I need to know it's true. Hey! Be my peas and I'll be your carrots. I'll buy you a ring if you promise to wear it. I can fly when I'm, I can fly, and I can fly when I'm with you. Alright, stick around. We got an amazing live stream tonight. I might be some more music at the end, and we'll get right back to the presentation in 1 second. Hold on. Let's do this. Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunkie Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabins called bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without a permit or a second mortgage. Ultimately, we help our clients create extra space for more meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie. But if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really what this is about is creating the space and time for a more meaningful connection, and having a bunkie is just part of that journey. It's not just about the space, it's about what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with family and friends. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase. We are the educational videos and content as we pioneer this growing industry. Our goal is to be the go-to source for fun, friendly, and helpful advice for families, whether they buy from us or not. Our core offering is an easy-to-build or built-for-you bunkie kit that helps our clients create extra space for more meaningful connection. We're proudly Canadian-made right here in Ontario. The bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming or not, being there for each other or not. The reason we do this is because we believe family comes first, and when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've decided to partner with Ronald McDonald House Charities of Canada in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to bring about a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks for listening, and can't wait to hear from you. Awesome. Well, we got a lot of people tuning in. Let's just do a quick little overview. We got Monda McGuire from Oklahoma. Welcome, Monda. We got Michelle. It says we're coming in loud and clear. That's a good sign. Who else do we have on this live stream? It's Betty from Purdue, Saskatchewan. Fantastic. Perfect harvest weather. Absolutely. It's been an amazing season here in Ontario as well. Just like the corn is like 20 feet high. It's awesome. Michelle, Panhandle of Oklahoma. It's been raining most of the day. Cool. Northwest Oklahoma. Same idea. Glenn, welcome from Tulsa. Now, here's a cool story. I might share this later. We have a bunkie that's just got installed at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and someone actually went and visited it today, posted a lot of selfies on the private Oklahomies Facebook group. So that was pretty exciting. Hello from Keswick, Ontario. Nice and warm. Nice to see you, Nancy. Okay, so Jody from Guthrie, an Oklahomie. Jessica, awesome. Oh, someone says, I'm back. Drove 2 hours to Tulsa to see the... Okay, this is, I think, unfortunately it doesn't show your name, but I feel like, yes, okay. Drove 2 hours to Tulsa to see the Bunkie Day. Wow, I love it. Thanks for giving me a reason to take a short overnight trip. It was cloudy and drizzly in Yukon, but Tulsa had been sunny and warm. Well, that's nice. Thanks for doing that. It's great. Amber Wright from Kearney, Oklahoma. Fantastic. Hello from Edmond. Welcome. All right. Hey, Heather. How's it going? Okay, so let's go through what we're going to be chatting about tonight. Oh, we got someone from Alberta. This is awesome. Beautiful day in Alberta. That sounds great. Okay, so here's what kind of the gist is tonight. Intro, welcome. Hope you all feel very welcome. I'm going to tease the Oklahoma only sale. So there's a concept that I'll be sharing a little bit later about that. And then, of course, we're going to talk how to build the bunkie. It'll be a short kind of like quick little presentation. And then I want to get mostly to questions and answers. So if you got any type, no matter where you are, if you got a question about a bunkie and how to build them or different aspects of the foundation or construction or what tools you need, etc., I'll address some of it in the presentation, but I want to be here for your questions. That's really what makes this fun, is the interactivity of it. So let me talk a little bit about the idea of the Oklahoma sale. Well, hold on. So let's talk a little bit about the Oklahoma sale. So basically right now we're giving a bunkie away in Oklahoma. It's only for Oklahoma residents. And then as soon as that's done, which is just a mere 10 days away, we're going to announce the winner just like this live, and tune in for that, of course. But once we find out who the winner is, all the other people who didn't win, you're going to have an opportunity. For about a week, we'll have a little sale just for Oklahomies. So just keep that in your back pocket. It won't be a little sale. It'll be a pretty big sale just for people in Oklahoma. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to announce details of that probably later this week, maybe Sunday or later this week. So check your email and check the private Facebook group for that detail. Now, also, we're doing live streams. So tonight, obviously, is how to build. And then on Sunday, this Sunday, I'm going to talk about bunkie boost ideas. So that's different things you can add to your bunkie, things you might not know are possible. We'll talk about all our different partners and different things that our Bunkie Life clients have discovered over the years. And it's really a pretty cool presentation. And then, of course, a week from today, September 21st, I will be sharing the inspiration behind Bunkie Life. Why do we do what we do? What is our family business all about? And we're going to share about that. And then, of course, as I said earlier, Sunday, September 24th, the winner's announced and our sale begins. The Oklahoma only sale begins. It's going to run till October 3rd. So that's kind of the schedule to watch out for. Someone asked if we sell Bunkie plans. No, we do not. Not currently. I'd be happy to give you the Bunkie plans, but they would not be that helpful because our stuff is made so precision-wise. You'd need like a million tools to be able to pull it off. Okay. So let's go into. If anyone has anything that they want to comment now, I'm going to go into my presentation, but feel free to comment. I'm still reading the comments, like Lori Welder from Alberta. Good to see you. All right, let's go into a quick little presentation about how to build. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so this is how to build a bunkie. I'll get my fat face out of the way. Okay, make that smaller too. Okay, how to build the best bunkie. So a question we always get, of course, is what tools do I need to pull this off? So I'd say for our clients, about 80% of them will build the bunkie with their friends and family. They really are incredibly easy to build. And if that's you, if you're not the type of person that wants to hire a contractor, we've got some great people in Tulsa, in Oklahoma that are happy to build it for you. But if you don't want the expense and you don't want to miss out on the fun and the camaraderie and the bonding, here's the tools you're going to need. All right, next I'd like to talk about the tools that you need to finish a bunkie job. Now, first thing you want is a measuring tape. That is especially going to be handy when you get started. So the old classic measuring tape, just to get square, get everything measured. I mean, the boards come pre-cut and pre-measured for you, but a measuring tape is nice to get everything square when you first start. So measuring tape. All right, next I'd like to talk about the tools that you need to finish a bunkie job. Now, first thing you want is a measuring tape. That is especially going to be handy when you get started. So the old classic measuring tape, just to get square, get everything measured. I mean, the boards come pre-cut and pre-measured for you, but a measuring tape is nice to get everything square when you first start. So measuring tape. Secondly, you'll definitely need a hammer. This is just the standard hammer. That'll come in handy if you're going to be nailing anything, but also just for pounding the blocks down. Also, a bigger sledgehammer, something like this, it's a little bit heavier, is really nice to hammer the logs down even more effectively. Another thing you're definitely going to need is a level. The longer, the better. This is my super level that I bring to all my job sites. Super level. It's like taller than me. Well, almost taller than me. And that's great. If you don't have something that big, that's okay. You can get by with something a little more standard like this. And that'll help get your foundation all level. So when the bunkie arrives, it's ready to go. And there's a whole video I did on the actual foundation. So check that out too. All right. Another thing you're going to want to have is a drill. This is my DeWalt cordless battery powered drill. Have an extra battery if you have one of those. And if you decide to screw most of your stuff, like for example, the roof boards or whatever, then a drill is really nice to have. And some people even screw their roof and their floorboards together, and you can use a drill like this as well. If you're more of an advanced user, what I do at my build sites is I actually bring a small compressor and a nail gun, such as this. It's just boom, 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 and you can install your floorboards and your deck boards really quickly. It's a fast way to do it. But you know, you can also hammer it with just your classic hammer. It just might take a little longer. If you have lots of labor, that's not the end of the world. So, you know, your classic hammer and a few nails will also put the deck boards in, so you don't really need the advanced tools. Now, one more thing that you can never have enough of is other people to help you. For sure, you need at least one buddy. It's not a one-man job, it's a two-person job. But the other thing you definitely need a lot of, if you could, is these little step ladders. Just to get up here, you know, and get to a bunkie. I'm not actually in a bunkie, I'm in another build site, but you know, even a small step ladder such as this right here will come in handy. Just 3 steps, just to get higher, because as the logs get higher, you're gonna not be able to reach it and get leverage. So a bunch of ladders like this, or even taller, are the best. Ideally, if you could have a ladder on all four corners, if you could have 4 ladders, knock on some neighbors' doors, meet your neighbors, borrow their ladders, return them. That's a great way to get the Bunkie Life experience going. So lots of ladders and all those other tools. You might need a saw. Let me just show you a saw. You don't need to cut the boards, but sometimes when you're doing the trim, this is nice to have, a small saw, something like that, just to finish off the trim. But that's kind of, a very small, you only need this guy for like a few cuts. And that's about it. So these are tools you may already have or can borrow from the father-in-law in your life. And that's pretty much all you need to build the bunkie. And if you really hustle, you could probably get it up in 1 or 2 days if you have enough help and you have enough ladders. You can never have enough ladders. Hope that's helpful. David from Bunkie Life, signing off. All right, so that's the tools that we'll need to do that job. It's actually quite straightforward. Now, the number one question I'd say, even beyond tools, is can I really do this myself? So here's an example. This is the Wyatt family. Our bunkie has been quite an adventure. We carried it piece by piece across a creek, loaded it into a quad, and drove it to our property on the banks of the Squamish River, close to the beach and within view of the mountains. We wake up in the morning to the beautiful sound of pounding rain on the metal roof, while the cubic mini wood stove keeps us warm and cozy. Bliss. Looking forward to many more family adventures and good times. So they built it all themselves. They were not expert builders. They were just average Joes like me and you. And they managed to pull it off. And there's tons and tons. I mean, I could probably tell you 50 stories of people just the same that thought, can I do this? And they pulled it off. Now, of course, you want to start right. And you want to start with a foundation that's going to last. So here are kind of the 4 options that most of our clients have used to build their bunkie. And there's kind of, we'll go from like most expensive down to the Scottish way of doing things, which is the way I usually do things. So first and foremost, a great option is, they call them sonotubes. They're basically pillars of concrete that you would drill into the ground and then fill it with concrete, and it's not going to shift on you, which is really nice. Now here in Ontario, we have a lot more problems with shifting. If you're in Oklahoma, your ground really never freezes. There's not a lot of ground freeze, and so you don't really need to worry about things shifting. So this might be overkill, but let me tell you the upsides. Very solid, very unlikely to shift. They are a little bit expensive, but you can tie them into rock. If you have a rock face that you're trying to connect to, you can tie a sonotube foundation into the rock. Let me just make sure you guys understand what I'm showing. So see the posts are going down onto those concrete kind of tubes? That's what a sonotube looks like. And they use this the whole way underneath the bunkie as well. So do I recommend it? Absolutely, if you've got the budget and you've got the knowledge. So that's kind of the sonotube way. Another way is concrete pad. Everyone always asks, do I have to pour a concrete pad? Very, very solid, unlikely to shift. The downsides, though, they can still crack, very costly, very labor intensive, takes a day or more to dry, and then tougher. You got to attach your bunkie to that somehow, which can be tough. So do I recommend it? Not usually. I only recommend it in certain circumstances, but generally I say, that's overkill. You don't really need to do that for most bunkies. Another option, screw piles. So there's different ways of doing this. This is a machine putting a big screw into the ground. They're also known as earth screws. And you can also do it with just there's screw piles that can be done just with a long 2x4 and manual labor. So the upside, I don't know much about these because I've never personally used them. Downsides, that they cost a little bit of money. So would I recommend them? A lot of clients have used them successfully. So I think for certain soil conditions, yes. If you have a not super rocky soil, I think it would work great. But here's the way I usually recommend to about 85% of our clients. What you'll do, put down a little bit of gravel, put down, so those are basically patio stones essentially, and then build up from there. So it's cheap, it's easy to do, it's fast to do. You can build your foundation the same day you build your bunkie. And it could shift if you have a ground freezing situation. But if you're in Oklahoma, like I said, unlikely that's going to happen. If you're, I know we got people from Alberta, we got Ontario people on the call. So what I would say is I built all my bunkies just like this. They're in an area that's well drained. So if you have an area that's going to have, it's not going to have water sitting in it in the spring, it's not going to freeze and unfreeze 1,000 times in the fall, then if it's relatively stable, none of my bunkies have shifted. They all have foundations similar to this. So most of our clients find that the gravel and basically patio stone solution works really well. And even if in the worst case scenario, you have a bunkie that shifts a little bit on one corner, you can just use a small car jack it up a little bit, put a shim in there, and you've solved the problem generally. So this is the recommended foundation for most scenarios. Congratulations. If you finish your foundation, you've done at least 40% of the work. That is the hard part, I would say. But doable if you take your time, and we have great foundation plans to guide you. So we'll help you with every step of that process. And then the fun begins. Okay, so step one, you want to start your build. And the first thing you want to do is unpack your bunkie, count all your pieces, do your inventory, and then you want to level your ground, and then you want to square your bunkie. And I'll show you how you do that. This is why you need a measuring tape. So you see here, they're taking a measurement of a diagonal. This is a square bunkie, but it works on a rectangular bunkie too. So you take a measurement, make sure that you're nice and square. So the way you do that is you take the first diagonal, and let's say that's 100 inches. You want to make sure the other diagonal, which they're going to do in a second here, is exactly the same measurement. So if the first one was 100, the second measurement needs to be 100. And once you know that they're equal, you've got your bunkie perfectly square and ready to screw down and start building. So you'll do it square. Now, once again, these are not expert builders, but they're following the Bunkie Life instructions. Step two, you want to start pounding down the logs, and this is where it gets really fun. So this is, once again, unexpert crew, just a bunch of dudes with hammers, and I'll show you exactly how the logs go down. So they're all interlocked, they're all pre-cut for you, and you just stack them and alternate between the backside and the side sides, and just slowly build up your bunkie. So you'll notice here there's people using a kind of a block to help protect the main when they're actually pounding, like a pounding block. That way you can hit harder, but you're not going to damage the actual bunkie. And it makes it so easy to build when you do it this way. You can see, like, you can basically, this part will just absolutely fly. You can get this done in like an hour or two. And it also helps when you have lots of hands, but you can even do this with 2 or 3 people. So you'll notice they've got all their pieces over to the side, and they've counted them all. They're all inventoried well, and so they're just slowly bringing them over and putting them in. Now, of course, what about the windows? So this is how the windows come in. This is what makes Bunkie Life Bunkie so easy to put together too. So you just take a window. It's already pre-fashioned for you, and you're just going to slide it into the spot that's designed in the bunkie for you. So you put it in like that. Same thing with any other windows. Just kind of slide them in. And that's a fully functioning window. You might need to put the window handle in, but other than that, that's just a very easy screw job. And then, of course, what about the floor and the roof? Once you get to the point, if you have, this is a loft bunkie here, but we have non-lofted bunkies as well. How do you put the floor and the roof in? This is the way to do it. So once you get your roof beams in, it's just a matter of having someone on the ground passing you up the tongue and groove roof decking, and then you're just going to nail it in. And then, of course, the floor is exactly the same idea. I think inside the bunkie here, you'll see that there is flooring. This is all included in the kit, and you're just going to stick the tongue and groove together and then nail the floor down just like you would do a hardwood floor or even a laminate floor. Just kind of tongue and groove it together, and it goes. And then, of course, you want to put the finishing touches on by putting the roof on. Now, in this particular video here, I'm insulating the roof as well, which is another common question. Hey, how do these hold heat? Well, if you insulate the roof, easily you can get yourself up to 4 seasons in most places in North America. And so I insulated that roof and put the metal on top of the insulation. Quite easy to do. There's a whole video of how to do so. And it's good to go. And then, of course, it's the finishing touches, stain, decorations, and things like that. So here's a quick video of Heather and Shannon staining a door, having a great time. That was a bunkie that we retrofitted there. And that's a company called Sanson that you can get now all over North America. And I did use a sprayer, but it's just as easy to do with a brush. We're actually painting a Bunkie factory Bunkie right now with just a bunch of brushes. And so that's the process of us flipping that Bunkie from what was an Airbnb into a home office. So I'm whitewashing the walls, and it was a lot of fun. But if you want to go old school, just a classic brush and a can, you can do that too. It'll just take a little bit longer. And at that point, you have created extra space for meaningful connection. You're there. You've done it. All you need to do is throw in the furniture and enjoy. So it's really that easy. Most clients find they can build the Bunkie in about a weekend, and they can usually finish the Bunkie with like staining things the next weekend. So this is an amazing family called the McNeils. They had grown from 5 to 9, and they're going to be 10 by spring. This means they need more sleeping options at their cottage. After comparing a few options, Bunkie Life was the obvious choice. It has been a wonderful summer building project, and they got the whole family involved, as you can see. Grandpa, dad, and son all coming in together and making it happen, which is a pretty fun experience. So the ultimate goal is we want a place for you and your family to unite, unwind, and unplug. And it's something that you really can do together. So go and make some memories with each other today. And that is my Bunkie Life build presentation. Hope it was helpful. Hope it was enjoyable. And I want to get to questions because I'm sure I went over things that you thought, tell me more. So by all means, if you've got a question, I'm going to turn the chat on. I accidentally closed it there. Okay. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So Cynthia coming in from Great Sudbury. Welcome. Southwest Oklahoma, they are fantastic. Thank you, Daniel Burton. If you got questions, though, I'm here. I'm here for you. So by all means, you can chat them out. So I want to make sure I'm on the right page here. Okay. All right. Elva, tuning in from... Elva, how's it going? Good to see you. Tuning in from Island View, Saskatchewan. Loving our newly built Bunkie. That's fantastic, Elva. That's so great. I wish I could get you to share pictures, but I don't think I can do that. Facebook user, can you put it on a concrete foundation? Yes, I did talk about that, and absolutely you can. I do think it's a little overkill, but if you have the right situation, go for it. Especially if you have someone in the family that knows how to do concrete. Do you send extra pieces in case... This is a great question. Do you send extra pieces in case any boards split while building? Yes, we do. Actually, my wife has got things down to a pretty good science where you've got enough pieces extra that you can fashion pretty much any piece out of the extra 2 or 3 pieces we send. We send an extra roof board, an extra floorboard. But in general, it's pretty hard to break these boards completely. It's a solid log of wood. So there isn't too many breakages happening unless you're being really reckless. But we do include extra pieces. That's more so if, a piece is just kind of hard to work with. We try to buy the best high quality wood we can buy that's the straightest and the best looking. But every once in a while you get a board that's a little bit weird. So that's why we throw in the extra piece. And so far, everyone's been able to complete their Bunkie without any missing pieces. So awesome. Really good question. So if you got questions, chat them to me. I got Alex Robinson giving me a thumbs up. Good to see you, buddy. So if you got questions about building or Bunkies in general, now's your time to chat them away. I'm here for you. And if not, I'll just play some more guitar and call it a night. I do want to also mention, let me share that. This might take me a minute or two. Our Bunkie at the Woodland Hills Mall went live yesterday, and we already have some people showing up and viewing the Bunkie and taking some really awesome selfies. So if I may, I might jump on Facebook here and share some of those awesome stories. So let me find that group. So this is for the Oklahomies with us, future Bunkie Lifers of Oklahoma. Let me just share the news today. So this is Kelly. I think Kelly might be the person that commented earlier. If that's you, Kelly, feel free to chime in. Let me just share my screen. So Kelly says, guess where I drove 2 hours? I think this is the same person. Hope you're still on the live stream, Kelly. Just to see in person. Woodland Hills Mall, Tulsa. Thank you for driving 2 hours. That means a lot. So Kelly's got some awesome snaps of her beautiful face in front of a gorgeous Bunkie. So there's that one. This is the display. So friends of ours, Outdoor Inc., they've got a whole display of all the things they can do, and the Bunkie's part of that process they can do. And that looks like Kelly's daughter. and they're in front of the bunkie. It makes the bunkie look really huge. That's our 2018 loft bunkie. It's actually our smallest loft bunkie, but really, really cool. And there's a picture of the brochure that we've got there printed out for you. And there's Kelly as well, and I think she got a picture inside. There's the side view, back wall. Really good, thorough pictures, Kelly. I really friggin' appreciate it that you took all that time to do that. That's really awesome. So, and there's the inside. So there's the ladder to the left. Now I think it was locked. Fortunately, it was locked when Kelly came. It should be open, and there should be someone there to show you around most of the time during the day. But maybe that didn't happen today. I apologize. But you can see the ground floor, and I don't think you really see the loft. But the loft's kind of there's a view of the loft. We got some stuff up there. Enough room for a queen bed. And yeah, really appreciate all these really thorough photos. Thank you so much, Kelly. You're the first person to make it real, in Oklahoma. So thank you. And yeah, we're just stoked to meet all y'all. I'm gonna come to Oklahoma for sure in December, but maybe sooner. Glenn asks, approximately how much does a typical bunkie weigh, i.e. for a plant pickup? Okay, if you're coming by the factory, so we've got the Bunkie Life factory in Ontario, and then we've got depots. So there's one in Strang, Oklahoma, like just outside, it's about an hour outside Tulsa. And across the nation now, we have different kind of central depots. If you're going to pick up a bunkie, the heaviest bunkie we have is our Haven Ultra, and it's 4,100 pounds. So for that bunkie, you need a double axle trailer usually if you want to pick it up. And at most of our depots, they'll forklift it down onto your trailer for you. So really great question. So I believe this is Kelly, I think, right? I can't read for some reason it doesn't show your name, but yes, it's very cool in person. Wish it was unlocked. Approximately how much to have someone build it? You'd have to ask the folks from Outdoor Inc. What they would charge. But I think I don't even want to speculate for them, but it depends on what do you want to do for your foundation, and there's a few other variables. But if you email me, Kelly, I can connect you with Paul, and you guys can work it out. I don't understand why the floor isn't insulated. It doesn't make sense to spend all this money and not insulate both the floor and the roof. Yeah, totally. So I didn't show that earlier, but yeah, totally. You can insulate underneath the floor very easily. There's enough space to insulate in between the floor joists really simply. So a lot of people are doing that. Makes a lot of sense, especially if you're in Canada. I don't know where you are, but not as big of a deal if you're south, but if you're up north, really good idea. Ida Warsnop, good to see you. Hello from Barrie. Fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. Jody says, great pictures, Kelly. Awesome. So during the contest right now, if you're from Oklahoma, check out the contest scoreboard page, which I'll show you how to get there right now. You want to go to bunkielife.com, bunkie-contest Oklahoma. I'll show you this right now. So you want to go to bunkielife.com/bunkie-contest Oklahoma. Bunkie contest scoreboard. That's where you want to go. So if you're in the contest right now in Oklahoma, you want to go here, and you'll notice all these cool things you can do, including watching the live stream. I'm going to add another one, watch live stream number 2. That'll be added as soon as I get off this call. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, see a bunkie at Woodland Hills Mall. And obviously Kelly was able to follow this. Obviously Kelly got an extra 1,000 chances to win. Pretty fantastic. So make sure you do that and follow that step. So that's kind of how where to find that. And it doesn't matter between now and the end of the contest when you do this, but if you do all these different actions, you'll get yourself a lot more chances to win. So thanks so much, Kelly, for doing that, and I really appreciate it. Let's make sure I got... Okay. Oh, Amber, can we put it on a concrete foundation? I mentioned that earlier. Yes, absolutely you can. So depending on where you are and what your situation is, concrete foundation is great. I just usually will put it on gravel and deck blocks and build a little deck frame. That's the kind of the cheaper way of doing it. But concrete foundation makes a great solution. So really great comment. Thank you. Does anybody else have any build related questions or even contest related questions? Questions about the contest, questions about that? We're going to be, here's kind of the next little bit of what's happening. So on Sunday, September 17th, I'll be talking, that's this Sunday, I'll be talking about different things you can add to your bunkie And then, of course, a week from today, I'll be talking about the inspiration behind Bunkie Life. And then finally, on the 24th, is the winner announcement. Then we're going to do a short little Oklahoma-only sale. So if it's something that you're interested in doing and you want to get a bunkie in your life, that's the time to do it for sure. Well, I think I'm going to play one more song, and then I think we can probably wrap things up. But it's been a slice. It's been just a really a joy kind of seeing people interacting with the contest and having a good time. And so keep doing it. And like I said, the 24th, I'll announce the winner. Here's a great question. What is the size of the bunkie you're giving away? So that one is about 16 by 10. Let me show you the actual model that I'm giving away right now for the Oklahomies. It's called the Rockwood. Let me share that. So this is the product we're giving. It's called the Rockwood Bunkie. It's 160 square feet. Extra tall windows. It's really, really high in there, and those windows are awesome for letting light in. A lot of people are using it as like an art studio or a yoga room or just an extra sleeping space or office. It makes a really killer backyard office. Here's someone setting up as a pool house kind of thing. And yeah, it's just a really spacious, it feels really big in there. And this is kind of the one at the factory. And so we just put this out kind of end of last year, and it's been selling, one of our best selling bunkies. So if it's something you're interested in doing, I'm pretty sure you can build it without a permit in most places. So, hopefully you win, but if you don't win, we'd love to serve you as a client. Okay. If anyone has any other further questions, like I say, I'm here for you. This is my time for you. If you have any build-related questions, let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to play one more song, and we'll call it a night. Okay. A little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jackie's gonna be a football star. Diane's dead home, the backseat of Jackie's car. Sucking on chili dogs outside the Tasty Freeze. Diane's sitting on Jackie's lap. He's got his head between the knees. Says Diane, but don't we go behind shady trees? Dribble off them Bobby Brooks and let me do as I please. He said, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill. Living is gone. Yeah, life goes on long after the thrill. Living is gone. Let it rock, let it roll. The Bible belt come and save my soul. Hold on to 16 as long as you can. Changes come around real soon, make you swimming in the man. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill. Living is gone. I said yeah, I said life goes on long after the thrill. Living is gone. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Go and check out Bunkies, and I should say, if you're not too far from Bunkie Life Factory in Rockwood, Ontario, we're having our epic 5th annual barbecue this Saturday. So come for that. We got a few slots left. And if you're far away, you can tune in to the barbecue, we're going to do a little live stream kind of Zoom call thing. So email me if that's something you want to do, or message us. And thanks so much for taking the time to tune in. We'll see you again on Sunday. Bye for now.